Malole langi mama, malasofa manuia, talofa, iorana, aloha, kamna benani Maori, halo keta, halo wantok no ia Maori, malole lei, talofa lava, ki ora, ali'i, rana nimpula, eke mawe omo, whakalofa lahi atu, and Pacific greetings to you all, and welcome to our AUPAC Cultural Showcase for today. Before we begin, I'd just like to invite the President of the University of Queensland South Pacific Islander Association, Grace Ching, to open our showcase in prayer. And then we'll do our acknowledgement of country. Please put your hands together for Grace.
Thank you, TJ. Let's close our eyes and bow our heads in prayer. Heavenly Father, we thank you for this evening and this time that we are able to be gathered here together, and for this opportunity for all the associations across Queensland and New South Wales to be able to perform and just come together, Lord. I pray that you will be with each of the performers, and we thank you for these gifts and these talents that you have given us, and that we are able to glorify you in this way. I pray that you will be with all the guests, and thank you for bringing us here safely. Pray you'll continue to be with us throughout the night, and I ask all these things in your name. Amen.
Thank you, Grace. Without further ado, before we begin, I'd like to acknowledge the traditional owners on the lands on which we're gathering here today. In language, in my Samoan language, e mo si le vi inga ma le whawhetai le tua malona lofa mangana lei, o ma whai ona tau nuu ma le manuia le nei wha moe moe. I a vea le nei awa no te whaapailoa ai atu, le pa ia mana mamalu o te ngata nuu o le nei whanua o tātou poto i lunga i ai. E mamoli le whawhetai ma le whaaloalo i lato te mā, ma ti nā ma tutua, pape fo i lato matai, o le lato pule ma saulo tonga i lato whanua, ma lato moana e whaawavau, mai le amatanga se ia o i le ngata anga. O te whaapailoa i ma whaatalofa atu fo i te ngata nuu o whaatasi ma tātou nei i le nei bō mo le nei wha moe moe. Ai mo tātou uma, mai atu no ese ai meisa tātou o tangata nuu mai tātou nuu i le Pasifika i ai le tātou tiute. E whaailoa ma tutu whaatasi ma tangata nuu mai soose nuu tutono Australia. Tutu whaatasi i le lātou wha moe moe mo le soifua o lātou tungata, o lātou tū ma anga, ma le pule ma saulo tonga o lātou atu nuu. O te toi whaatoawha atu le pa ia ma le mamalo o te ngatu nuu o lenei whanua o a tātou poto i lunga iai mo lenei wha moe moe o te ngatu Yagara ma te ngatu Turabo. Ma mamoli lea nganga whawhetai, ma le whaaloalo ia lātou, i aso ana mua, i lea lea vaso, ma le aso lulumanai. I'd like to take this time to acknowledge these traditional owners on the lands on which we're gathering here today, the Yagara and Turrbal people, and pay our respects, pay on behalf of UQSPIA and our respects here, on the behalf of SPIA and us here. I'd like to acknowledge that sovereignty was never ceded, and that as Indigenous peoples ourselves from the Pacific, we have a duty here to stand in solidarity with First Nations of this land, and any land where we are on Australia, in their journey towards justice, towards truth, and towards treaty. Thank you. Anyways, welcome to the Australian University's Pacific Association Conference Culture Showcase for 2024. Our theme for this showcase is Breaking Ground. Why is it breaking ground? Because this is the first time that this conference is happening in Queensland. The overall theme of our conference is grounded in culture, tending our knowledge for a flourishing future. In order to be grounded in our culture, we've got to break the ground first to sow that seed. And so that's why here tonight, when you see all our performers coming out to showcase culture through storytelling, through song, through dance, we are breaking ground and making history here tonight at the University of Queensland, GHD Auditorium Advanced Engineering Building. So thank you very much for being here today. The students here come from various Pacific associations across Australia, mostly from the East Coast. We have yet to break the West Coast, but in the future, sometime maybe. We've been practicing for months on end, and we cannot wait to showcase their talent tonight. For some Pacific islands like Tuvalu, you're free to come up on stage to spray perfume on the dancers or place your money on performances during any of the items tonight. For those of you who are non-Pasifika tonight, you might see some of our parents or some of our loved ones feel the man or feel the pride of their loved ones dancing up here, and to showcase that love for them and their pride for them, they come here and they normally have money which they will either put on them or throw in the air around them. It's not like something that some other people might be thinking of. There is a PG audience here tonight, so up to you what you guys think that is. Or they'll be either putting perfume or baby powder. I will ask them if they're putting baby powder to keep it on this side. We don't want our important guests over here to be inundated with baby powder. But yes, feel free to do come down if you see any of the performers or anyone that you do know to put money on them. I also have my pocket open. My pay ID is 04 jokes. Anyways, but if you do feel the money because you like me speaking, I have an ABN. Anyways, AUPAC. What is AUPAC? AUPAC is the Australian Universities Pacific Association Conference. Started back in 2018 with Bronwyn Williams and the PATH team at the University of Western Sydney. West what? Yeah, that's the vibes we want tonight. And it's been 6 years since then. And in those 6 years, they've had it in New South Wales, they've had it in Canberra, and this is the first time, like I said before, happening in Queensland. The conference is all about connecting Pasifika students all across Australia so that we can network, so that we can make space for ourselves, and so that we can see that we are also succeeding not only in our own places of universities, but are succeeding everywhere. Because when one succeeds, we all achieve. And so that's one of the big things that AUPAC, one of the big tenets of AUPAC, which is why it's 6 years strong and we're going to continue to grow stronger from it. There will be many different showcasing of different cultures happening here tonight. For a lot of the cultures, it will be their first time performing at AUPAC, first time showcasing it. So it is a lot of milestones and a lot of things that we are breaking ground here tonight. We've had amazing past 2 days showcasing our Pasifika academics here in Queensland, as well as working with organisations as the Pacific Climate Warriors, Future Ancestors, Good Start, and certain individuals from certain organisations who helped us here at UQ to highlight our communities, specifically in Mianjin. Before we commence though, I'd like to thank our dignitaries, organisations and community groups for their invaluable support. We will be presenting them with tokens of appreciation, which we handed out with Lolo here, just to showcase our thanks for their contribution to making this happen, the cultural showcase, not only just the cultural showcase, but the conference altogether. If you could please hold your applause until the end as we welcome and thank and greet all the dignitaries for their attendance tonight. So first on our list, we have the Vice Chancellor and President of UQ, Professor Deborah Terry, AO. Actually, let's clap, it's a bit open. Let's clap. Thank you, Professor Deborah. We have the Pro Vice Chancellor for Global Partnership, Brett Lovegrove. From our union representatives, we have the, on behalf of the UQ Union President, we have the UQ Union Secretary, Alex Mock. We also have our friends from the Association Postgraduate Students, the President, Richard Lee. We have the Honourable Michael Berkman, MP for Maiwa. Bryce Taufua, who is here on behalf of the New Zealand High Commission in Australia. I would also like to acknowledge the Honourable Cherise Mullen, the Queensland Minister for Multicultural Affairs, who is, I think, sending her apology. She might come halfway through on behalf of the Queensland Premier. I'd also like to acknowledge George Tusi, the Consul General for Solomon Islands, who is not here at the moment. I'd also like to thank Tangaloa Dr. Glenda Stanley, who is not here. Send her apologies. I'd like to acknowledge the following people for their apologies, but for their contribution. Landora Philly from WT Lawyers, Dr. David Lakisa. I'd like to acknowledge Bronwyn Williams. Yes. Bronwyn is the person who started and founded AUPAC back in 2018 with the Pacific Achievement to Higher Education team. without her breaking ground in Western Sydney and laying the groundwork for all of this to happen, none of this would have happened. So we thank you very much, Bronwyn. I'd like to acknowledge Tofa Dr. Amanda Maylay from the University of Technology, Sydney. UTS hosted the fourth AUPAC, or the fourth AUPAC in UTS, and without, I've got to make sure I get the doctor, without Dr. Mailay's contribution in ensuring that this happens, we wouldn't be here tonight either. So we thank Dr. Maylay for contribution. I'd like to acknowledge Robust Harrison from the Good Start program. As well as the team from the Good Start Health program who attended today. I would also like to acknowledge some of the other guests. We have Charlie Palupe. I believe I did, yes. Who is one of our panelists for tomorrow. Mary Harm and Michael Gorogo from Future Ancestors. My apologies. When I meant Good Start and the team, I also meant Paulina as well. So please put our hands together for Paulina Ratupula as well from the Good Start Health program. And then some of our family members from Elohim Studio Photography, if they are here. Yes. Thank you very much. Anyways, without all of these people for their contributions and everything that they've done, this would not have been possible. And so just like the, I'm not too sure where this is coming from, but just like the Alanga Upu, or the proverb that's up here, my strength does not come from me alone, but from many. This is our community here that we've been able to establish here at UQ. And because of the community that we have here, we are able to hold this conference and this showcase specifically tonight. So can we get another round of applause for our community leaders, our dignitaries, for all their contributions for us here tonight. I would now like to invite our UQ Vice Chancellor, Professor Deborah Terry, to share a few words about AUPAC and anything that she would like to say. Please put your hands together for Professor Deborah Terry.
Well, thank you very much, TJ, and I think before I get started, we should thank you for all. Very good, very good. Thank you, TJ, and thank you very much for your very, very warm welcome to us all. Can I too begin by acknowledging the traditional owners of the lands on which we are meeting here tonight and paying my respects to elders past, present and emerging as we continue to walk on the path to reconciliation. I'd also like to warmly welcome everyone who's here this evening from our Pasifika and Maori communities from across Brisbane, Queensland, other parts of Australia, and of course the Pacific as well. Our distinguished guests, Mr. Michael Berkman, MP, wonderful to have you here, but all of the other distinguished guests, thank you for coming tonight. And from my perspective, good evening to you all. I hope you enjoy this evening. It's wonderful to be here for the Cultural Showcase at the Australian Universities Pasifika Association's conference. And as TJ has said, this is the first time the conference has been held in Queensland, and certainly one hopes not the last. I'd like to thank the UQ South Pacific Islander Association, UQSPIA, for all the hard work that everybody in the association has put into organising a 3-day conference as well as tonight's cultural showcase. The University of Queensland has a long and rich history of Pacific studies and engagement with people of the Pacific. Queensland shares the same ocean. Indeed, the Pacific connects us all. It gives us a common purpose, a shared heritage, and a deep responsibility for protecting its precious environment especially in a changing climate. UQ's commitment to our Pacific neighbours, including the research we do, the education we offer, reflects not just that physical link, but the deep cultural relationships and people-to-people links that have long connected us. Of all the cities in Australia, Brisbane has formed a particularly close bond with the Pacific Islands. Brisbane, along with Auckland, are the two main international gateways to the Pacific. And Brisbane does tend to be the Australian city where young people from the Pacific come to further their education, to discover new opportunities, or to embark on their global travels. However, there are also many who stay and put down roots in here, and we're very, very grateful for that, because it's made Brisbane the home of Australia's largest Pasifika and Maori community. In fact, there are 46,000 Pasifika and Maori people living in our suburbs here in Brisbane. Many are the children of a long-running Pacific diaspora. They've created a new life in Brisbane, and many have chosen UQ to further their studies. And of course, we also have students coming directly to UQ from countries across the Pacific. We currently have more than 100 students enrolled here from countries including PNG, New Zealand, Fiji, Solomon Islands, Tonga, Samoa, to name just a few. And it also means that we have an alumni network of more than 2,000 graduates scattered in countries across the Pacific, all doing amazing things. In fact, many of those graduates have gone on to hold very senior leadership roles in their nations, including the current president of Kiribati, Tunitu Mamu, and the former Deputy Prime Minister of PNG, Charles Abel. But what's really wonderful is to see all these strong and vibrant Pasifika cultures being celebrated here in Brisbane this evening and over the 3 days of this conference. It's a great chance to make connections, to promote culture and deepen the academic development, obviously, of our students, our academics and our industry leaders. And it's a great honour for the university to be hosting this important conference and tonight's showcase of art, music, dance and storytelling. I'd like to again thank UQSPIA, one of the most active student-run associations here at UQ. And I really do acknowledge your work, not just in organising this conference, but also in your outreach to Pasifika youth, through the high school summit you organise, and your scholarship for Pasifika students. I think it's a great measure of your deep involvement in your communities, and that's something we deeply admire and respect. So I hope everyone enjoys this evening, and if you're here for the next 3 days, enjoy the rest of the week. Thank you all.
Kapite Lava, Professor Deborah Terry, for those kind words. We welcome those words as well to acknowledge that UQ stands together with the Blue Pacific family. We just have a gift here that Lola will be giving. It is a traditional tapa cloth printed with traditional designs. Thank you again for your beautiful, kind words. And thank you again for coming. It means a lot to us to have you here. So everyone please put your hands together for Professor Deborah Terry. Before we head on to our first item though, I did miss an acknowledgement. I would like to acknowledge Anshul Fogat, who is the International Officer of the Union, for their contribution to our nights, for our conference here as well. Thank you, Anshul. But without further ado, I left without my speaking notes, so let me get them first. But without further ado, that's jokes. This is what happens when you fail to plan. So like what our parents say, when you plan to fail, you fail to plan. And so obviously tonight, I haven't failed to plan. I'm starting to plan right now. Anyways, we now begin with our first item of the night. Here in Meanjin, we have the Queensland Pasifika Universities Alliance otherwise known as QPUA or QPUA. This is made up of the different Pasifika associations who have come together to organize such events such as the annual Pasifika Varsity Games, and hopefully more events after that. Tonight, performers from all the different associations. I'll list the Queensland ones. We have the University of Queensland South Pacific Islander Association, the QT Pacifica Association, the Griffith Pasifika Association, the QT Papua New Guinea Student Association, the UQ Papua New Guinea Student Association, and I believe in addition to this will be the UQSPIA Awards Pacific Islander Student Association under the UQSPIA Awards Club. So I think I haven't missed anyone. If I have missed you and you're in Queensland, my apologies. Anyways, without further ado, tonight performers from all of these associations will come together to perform a combined item representing the beautiful island of Tuvalu. Before we start, we are honored to have a special guest introduce our item onto the stage.
Talofa, and a wonderful greetings from Tuvalu to all the delegates at this year's conference of Australian Universities Pacific Associations. My respect to the traditional owners and the custodians of the land the conference is convened on. I thank the hosting association, the University of Queensland South Pacific Islander Association, for the privilege to provide some brief remarks. I commend the foresightedness of the theme for the conference, grounded in culture, centering our knowledge and flourishing futures. I also applaud the conference as a platform for the promotion and advocation of Pacific culture and traditional values. Cultural and traditional values are the cornerstones of any Pacific community. They transcend the contemporary and foreign concept of national sovereignty and statehood, for they accurately define the genesis and identity of a Dhamma Pasifika. So it is imperative that any Dhamma Pasifika, wherever he or she may decide to call home, must know where they originate from. Because knowing your identity and knowing where you come from makes you a complete person and a proud Dhamma Pasifika. And the only way to know your identity is to embrace the cultural and traditional values associated with the Pacific community you belong to. I commend once again the UQSPIA executive team and the conference for their objectives to promote cultural, academic and personal development of Pacific University students of the affiliated University Pacific Association of Australia. I wish the conference very well and youth success, and it is now my pleasant responsibility to introduce the Queensland Pasifika Universities Alliance, who will be performing a combined item showcasing my beautiful island country of Tuvalu. Manuia and Alofa from Tuvalu.
Please welcome to the stage our Tuvalu item.
Oh
Oh, what an electrifying performance. Before we move on to, as you guys can see, if you followed me throughout the stages, my health has gone better. Otherwise, you'd be hearing me heavily breathing right now. But you don't, so we love growth. Anyways, I'd just like to acknowledge the Honourable Prime Minister of Tuvalu, Feleti Teo, for his address. We had some technical difficulties, however, he did send through a video to introduce the Tuvaluan item and the traditional performance they were going to perform tonight, which is called a Patele. As you know how Patele works, they start off slow and then they slowly progress every time they repeat it, as you guys can probably see. And some of the Pateles that some of the songs are performing tonight spoke on Tuvaluans, wherever they might be, to come back home. We are waiting for you here happily. And so I guess no matter where we might be, these songs and these things that we carry with us continue to connect us with our communities. So I'd just like to acknowledge the Honourable Prime Minister of Tuvalu, Feleti Teo, for his video address that we weren't able to see. And thank you again for coming with us to Tuvalu. Anyways, without further ado, I'd like to introduce the Pro Vice Chancellor, UQ's Pro Vice Chancellor for Global Engagement, who also is one of our major sponsors for tonight and making this event happen, Brett Lovegrove, to deliver a few words. Please put your hands together for Brett.
Thank you very much, TJ. Can I ask for another round of applause before I start, just for the dancers tonight and for the performance we've just seen from the Queensland Pasifika University Alliance. We're sitting in the front row there, and my major concern getting up was I was going to slip over. It was uplifting, so thank you very much. If that's the standard that we're going to see tonight, we're in for an amazing evening. So my name is Brett Lovegrove. I'm PVC Global Partnerships at UQ. I'm honoured to be part of this celebration of Pacific culture. Before commencing, I too would like to acknowledge the traditional owners and their custodianship of the lands on which we meet tonight, and pay my respects to their ancestors and their descendants who continue cultural and spiritual connection to country. I'd also like to acknowledge the many honoured and distinguished guests in attendance, as well as the delegates from the 10 universities here for the AUPAC conference. And of course the performers that we'll see tonight. Performers from UQSPIA, from the QUT Pasifika Association, from the Queensland Pasifika University Alliance, who we've already seen, from the Griffith Pasifika Association, from the QUT Papua New Guinea Association, from UTS Pasifika, from the Islander Made University Association, and from my alma mater, the Pasifika Student Association of Macquarie University. Thank you all in advance. Already tonight we've seen one amazing performance, or maybe two amazing performances. One we've just seen and one from you, TJ, and one more for your hair. And I can't wait to see more. Through these performances, we're honoured to witness powerful stories that carry through generations. We'll see vibrant traditions and unwavering spirit from you all. I truly feel blessed. I really feel blessed to see these threads that bind the magnificent tapestry of us all throughout the Pacific. And here at UQ, as the Vice-Chancellor has already mentioned, we're deeply proud to be part of the Pacific community. And UQSPIA is a testament to that. It's really founded on the pillars of community, of culture, and UQSPIA empowers its members to embrace their heritage, build connections and reach their full potential. And for those of you here from SPIA tonight, I really mean this when I say you are one of the most engaged university groups. You really bring an energy to what you do every day. You're visible on campus and you make this university more of a community for all of us. So thank you very much. Tonight's Breaking Ground Showcase is a testament to the shared values, rich cultural heritage and a brighter future for the Pacific. A future that can only be built together through partnerships. At UQ, our relationship with our strategic partners goes through many countries of the Pacific. We're engaged in areas like agriculture, where we work with Pacific communities to improve their food security and develop sustainable farming practices. We work in education through exchange programs and UQ fosters cross-cultural learning and strengthens academic ties with Pacific universities. And I know Vice Chancellor was mentioning before that we have students from across the Pacific Island nations who join us. One of the things that I think we all should aspire to is to connect those students more with the 46,000 diaspora members here in Queensland. The more we can do for those students as they're studying here, I think it'll make us in a better place. We also work in marine science, where our joint research efforts focus on understanding and protecting the Pacific's unique marine ecosystems. In the construction industry, where UQ partners with Pacific organisations to develop resilient infrastructure solutions, including in Fiji, where we work with government and industry to create self-sustainable or self-sufficiency for the construction industries, things like locally produced concrete materials and the like. We of course work in sport, where UQ has lent its world-leading research and teaching expertise in the study of sport to enable and uplift sporting participation and performance in sport, especially important as we move into the Brisbane 2032 Olympic and Paralympic Games, which we like to think of as going to be the Olympic Games for the Pacific. And in my final example, in arts and culture, where UQ is a proud partner of COGOMA's Asia Pacific Council, which includes the GOMA Asia Pacific Triennial of Contemporary Art, and planning is already underway with UQ and COGOMA in terms of how we might deliver the next triennial in 2026, and how that triennial will take the works of the Pacific to the world. But before that, the inspiring dances, the powerful songs, and the intricate artwork that we've seen outside already, those that we witnessed tonight should remind us of the value of rich heritage and a common love of colour, of community, of movement, and of fun. I hope you've had a wonderful AUPAC. To those of you who have been taking part in the conference and will continue tomorrow, it's truly been an amazing program, and I hope you've made lifelong connections. You've achieved your goals. I've seen throughout the program there's a lot of goal setting and a lot of reflection time, so I hope you take advantage of that. Good luck to everyone this evening, and I hope you all enjoy the Cultural Showcase. Thank you.
Thank you, Brett, for the kind words. Your team has been very supportive in helping us enact this. We just got another item we would like to gift you for your presence and for helping us making this conference a thing. Anyways, before we head on to our next one, unorganization is not in my vocabulary. So once again, thank you to all our special guests and also to our audience members for coming to show support to our Pasifika University Showcase tonight. Although we are minority in these spaces, I'm pretty sure you can hear our voices and our laughter throughout the halls and chambers and lecture theatres of UQ. Our numbers don't lie with us here, but also with our communities, because we are a collective. We not only bring ourselves, we bring our families, we bring our ancestors, we bring our grandparents, we bring our friends and family. These are the people that help shape us who we are, help guide us, and without their continuous support, we wouldn't be here either. In their support and in our perseverance here in this space, we continually support and push us to break intergenerational cycles, stereotypes and barriers that might come in front of us, which helps us, use UQ's motto of creating change. But without further ado, our second performance for tonight comes all the way from New South Wales, the losing states. We welcome... I swear we're in Queensland, but I heard more boos. Anyways, please welcome the Pasifika Student Association from Macquarie University.
Yes, are we live? Is it on yet? I'm waiting, I've been waiting, bro. I have like things to do. Oh, it's live now? It's been live for, thanks, I guess. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Sanasi Sal, and I am the president of the Pasifika Student Association, currently situated at Macquarie University. I'd like to thank the UQSPIA team and the University of Queensland for allowing us here to perform for you guys today. Our first act is a song from Papua New Guinea that is in Motu, one of 800 languages they have there, and it is about praising God. The next act is from Samoa, and fun fact about Samoa is that they have great role models such as The Rock or Stephen Crichton or Jerome Luai. And another fact about them is that they are so good at winning. Like really good at winning. Like I don't know how they just win all the time. And our last act for you guys today is a act from the Solomon Islands, a country that hosted the Pasifika Games but unfortunately lost. And without further ado, I'd like you guys to enjoy the performance we have for you guys today. We practice really, really hard. And I'd like to thank the UQSPIA team and the University of Queensland once again for allowing us to perform for you guys today. Thank you and good luck.
Ile malo mama muwa ile turi na sana mataina Aina malule faita Silile sila sila Taula wangabaa Isio sasa Ele mamaluna youla Esilia tulava iona poneila Samoa mamanu waila valo sau sau noa
Changing, I've got a nice engagement that we all can do. It's called Mili Mili Batia. Anyone heard of that? No, you haven't, because it's the first time you're listening to it now. Tonight we're all going to be Samoan. So when I say Mili Mili, that means rub your hands together. So Mili 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 Batia. Oh, you guys are already Samoans because you didn't wait for my explanation. Batia in the Samoan language it means clap. So when I say Batia, you clap. Batia, Batia. When I say lua, lua means two. You add it together with batia, 2 claps, quick maths. So, lua pati. Ooh, a bit shaky there. Lua pati. There we go. And then we add it all together and you'll get my performance for tonight. Anyways, without further ado, please put your hands together for Macquarie. Thank you again, Macquarie, for your wonderful performances from Papua New Guinea, Samoa, and Solomon Islands, bringing us the diversity for tonight and showcasing that there are more to the Pacific than Polynesia. That is also Melanesia and Micronesia. Yes, yes, yes. Anyways, milli. Oh, see, you gotta stay attentive. You never know when this happens. Milli. Batia, no bati. And then I'm going to teach you more, it's not that hard. Tolu fa, it's like 3 claps this way, 3 claps this way, and then 1 clap this way. If you're Samoan and you see I'm doing it wrong, don't correct me. Tonight, that's how you do it. Okay, so tolu fa. Oh, sounds off. Tolu fa. And did I teach it wrong? No, I am correct. Okay, I think you guys just sound off. That's probably what it is. Jokes. Anyways, thank you again to Macquarie Pacific Student Association. And again, from New South Wales, we have the University Technologies of Sydney Pasifika Association. Please put your hands together for them as they come do their performance.
Malolele, talofalava. Lofalahi atu, everyone. My name is Sione Puloka, the captain of this crew, my crew. Gather around as I tell you the story of Moana's epic journey from Motunui and the university to the University of Technology, Sydney.
From the ancestors to sail to new skies and reconnect our people across the entire ocean.
As Moana sets sail, she passes by several Pasifika islands along the way. Her first stop is to the beautiful island of Niue. There she finds a local villager dancing by the shore. The villager spots Moana and invites her to come and join, welcoming her with a traditional Niuean welcome song. Please feel free to sing along if you know the words.
Pakalofatu means hello, means hello. Malolo nakai means how are you, means how are you. And malolo fukawe means very well, thank you, very well, thank you. It's time to learn Divanga how new way today. Shall we sing it again? Pakalofatu
After their short and sweet encounter, Moana thanks her and sets sail once again. She continues her journey and comes across the island of Samoa, where she is greeted by a couple of Tamatai Samoa.
How are you today? Do you remember me, baby? Can you come and play? Well, if I live for a long it's all down my way. Take the air Saudia. Say hello to Maya. Hello for Jane. How are you today? Do you remember me, baby? Can't you come and play? Whatever live for a long it's all down my way. Take the air Saudia. Say hello to Maya. South Satan. Tia, lauta vale. Mapaalong mo ipese on the radio. South Satan. Tia, lauta vale. Ma South Satan, ever ande yo.
As Moana waves her goodbyes, she sets her sights on the horizon. She navigates southwest and encounters the island of Tonga. T-Gang! She meets the local Ta'ahines of Tonga who welcome her with a traditional Tongan Taolunga.
Kita betul tahu lah. Ada dewa.
With the melodies of the Pasifika echoing in her heart, Moana bids her farewell and sets off on the final leg of her journey. Guided by the spirit of adventure and the warmth of the island greetings, she sails onwards. Her spirit lifted by the connections she's made along the way. Well, my apologies, guys. And the warmth of of the island greetings. Oh, wait. Nope. That is the wrong one. Arriving at UTS, Moana is warmly greeted by the members of the UTS Pasifika Society. They surround her with words of comfort and encouragement.
You are here, and we see you. You are your ancestors' most wildest dreams, but do not forget their gentle thoughts and wishes too. You carry all of our people, our dreams, our desires, our rage, our grief, our sorrows too. But we stand with you. We all stand with her, right? And we are Moana.
Sa lotonga tuma, le loto pina, tamakaya. Eya ifita, ioluma.
There's a battle ahead, many battles are lost. Won't you let us in the end of the road while you're traveling with me? Hey now, don't dream it's over. Hey now, when the world comes in, they come to build a wall between us. We know they won't win.
They leave her with a final sentiment, a song that calls her to stay grounded in her culture, tend her knowledge for a flourishing future. Thank you guys very, very, very much. My Samoan's terrible, so thank you.
Thank you, UTS Pasifika, for that wonderful performance. As you can see, not only do we come from a diverse region, we have diverse modes of drama that we brought here tonight. So we have theatre, we have song, we have cultural performances. The diversity does not only lie in our region, but also in the acts that we're bringing you here today. For all the technical issues, I applaud the audience for jumping in and being with our performances tonight. So big ups to you. We are fixing it in the back end, but that is all from my end. Anyways, please milli your hands together as we butt here. There we go. So let's do the whole audience, do the whole show. Milli, 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 milli. Milli, milli, batia, batia, no bati, no bati. Hey, hey, oh, I didn't teach you this one, sorry. When I say hey, hey, you guys say ho. Okay. I didn't say hey, hey again, so listening, not a good tactic. Ingrained into us by our elders and our parents, sometimes violently. However, we're here today because we learn. So, oh wait, sorry. I need to listen myself. Hey, hey, and then you guys say ho. Hey, hey. Hey, hey. And then that brings us to our next performance. Our next performance comes from here in Queensland, the winning state of origin. Yes. All the way across the river, we introduced QTA, Papua New Guinea Student Association, here to bring for the very first time. They're here for the very first time. They're also breaking ground and presenting for the very first time a Papua New Guinean item for all of us here tonight. So please put your hands together for QT PNGSA as they enter the stage.
Hello, Ogeta. We at QUT Papua New Guinea Student Association are privileged to have so many of our members who are extremely proud about our culture. Papua New Guinea is a very diverse country filled with many cultures and traditions that are proudly shown through our dancing, singing, features, and over 800 languages. As it is the first time a PNG association has been present at AUPAC, we wanted to give you all a unique experience of our culture. Our first item is a string band song from the Central Province. The song name is Vea Rawa, meaning marry in Keapara language, depicting the instructions for Christian households from Ephesians chapter 5, verse 21 to 33. These songs are mostly sung in a group of family gatherings representing our beliefs and keeps the tradition going for generations. Our next two items are from East New Britain Province, inspired by the traditional Duk Duk Tambuan dance of the Tolai people. The first is a contemporary Tolai Rautabur men's dance that mimics the Tambuan Duk Duks, who are masked figures representing ancestral spirits. The girls' dance uses the song Avotong, sung by Kanai Pineri. This unique piece reflects the essence of dancing in sacred spaces. The lyrics narrate the transmission of vital customs and traditions through the ancestral chants of Tambuan and Duk Duk spirits. Our final performance is a combined dance from an island in PNG called Rabaul. It's about the people singing, dancing, and celebrating during traditional events. We hope you enjoy all of the pieces, and we hope that you take a little piece of PNG back with you. Thank you. Enjoy!
Please put your hands together for QT PNGSA for blessing us tonight with that beautiful PNG hymn. If you guys have not, they'll sing a PNG hymn. We are blessed here tonight to be blessed with their singing, because wherever there are islanders, you know who is there as well? God is. So thank you again, QT PNGSA, for blessing us here tonight. Don't worry, they have many more items to come. They have many more items to come. So make sure you stay energized and you stay ready for the next performances. Before we head into interval, because I know everyone's dying to get out of their seats. We are now, nope, wrong one. We're gonna keep that Queensland energy going. So we just blessed you. Now we're going to, I'm trying to think of a PG word. We just blessed you, and now we're going to open you guys. We have just blessed you with our performances. Now we're going to bless your eyes with our beautiful items all the way from Nathan Campus, Logan Campus, from the south side. Please welcome to the stage, Griffith Pasifika Association. Do we have any GPA house fans in the house? We have any GPA fans in the house tonight? Yes, that's the one.
We are strong, swift, sacred. Like our ancestors, we are children of the land, sea and sky. As the trees that adorn our Pasifika homelands, we stand tall, firmly rooted in the earth, our hearts and minds lifted high. We are students of Griffith Pasifika Association, proud custodians of a unique cultural heritage, tonight sharing stories that showcase the unbreakable spirit of the Pasifika people. Like our ancestors, we will forge boats from the trees and together set sail across the sea. Voyages on a journey to the islands of Samoa, Tonga and Tokelau. Ashore the island of Samoa, we will see grace and elegance personified with the Samoan siva. Their movements so tender and sweet, as trees that sway and bend with the breeze to nature's symphony. They speak of love, nature, and the profound connection the Samoan people have with their land and traditions. Traverse the neighbouring seas to the island of Tonga, a land of mighty warriors for the mesmerising Tongan mako. The synchronized movements and powerful chants encapsulate the spirit of the Tongan people, their resilience and their pride. Finally, be enchanted by the island of Tokelau and their combined Tokelau Fatele. As the divine fruit and florals that grow from the trees and plants, this is a joyous and energetic celebration that brings together song and dance in perfect harmony. The Fatele is a communal activity reflecting the close-knit nature of Tokelauan society. All performances have been selected to encapsulate our Pasifika heritage, cherishing our sacred roots, celebrating the present and considering the future with hope and optimism. As the key philosophy for us at the Griffith Pasifika Association, we are proud to be a beacon of cultural pride and unity, fostering a deeper understanding and appreciation of the Pacific Island cultures. We are because they were. We are stronger together, swift to action, sacred forever.
Please put your hands together for GPA and their wonderful performances. They not only took us to Samoa, Tonga and Tokelau in our hearts, but they took us there physically, as you can see. Sponsored by UQ's lovely bushes around here.